Hi everyone, it's Michelle Lightworker with the Everyday Lightworker Tip of the Week, and this week it's all about sex. So how can sex bring us closer to ourselves, our higher power, and to each other? This week we're going to explore it in Lightfilled Sexuality. I've written an article about it in this month's Holistic Bliss Magazine, so let's go. Our crown chakra helps us to receive guidance that helps us to make choices on sexuality that are the greatest good for everybody. So they're quite wise choices. We're not expressing ourselves for sexual gain, and it's not to overpower other people. Our third eye chakra, which I think is one of the most handy, helps us when it's cleared, helps us to see the energetic dynamics that we have running sexually with people, helps us to be able to see if there's any unhealed things going on, where the blockages are. Who doesn't want to know that? Helps us stop guessing what's going on. Our ear chakras help us to be more receptive, and if we have a problem receiving in the sexual department, it's usually ear chakra related, so we need to actually work on our ear chakras. Our throat chakra helps us to express ourselves, to say yes, to say no, to say what we want, to express what we need, and to be clear about it and to own it. So it's about getting that voice back around what we want sexually, and also about our sexuality as well. Our heart chakra helps us to actually define healthy connections and work out what they are, when they feel right, when they feel enmeshed, when they feel walled off. We actually get heart chakra intelligence or heart-centered consciousness when it comes to sex. And it's not so much around the act itself, but what happens through the act of sex is that our heart chakra expands even more. It's amazing. So we actually come more into our body rather than stay in our heads in the fantasy realm. Our solar plexus chakra helps us to value ourselves enough to feel empowered enough to be who we are sexually, to own our preferences. We don't feel we have to justify our choices. We don't feel defined by our sexuality either, which some people do get lost in. It's one part of who we are, and it's an expression of who we are as well. And our sacral chakra helps us to define healthy versus non-healthy energy that we're taking in as well, because it's all about nourishment, and it can help bring us to a place where we feel connected, much more connected to our higher power, much more connected to each other, and not using each other as a replacement higher power. And when our base chakra is functioning really well, we're open, we trust, we really know that spirit is communicating to us about what we should trust, what we shouldn't trust. We are able to let go. We are able to find ourselves reaching a place of heightened pleasure when it comes to our sexual experimenting. And it is such a wonderful place to feel grounded and in our bodies on a completely nourishing level when you've got all your chakras working together. So I hope you can actually take a little moment to tune in and see where you're at this week. If you want to know any more about the chakras, please check out my Everyday Lightworker Bible. We work with 12 high vibrational principles, and we work on how you can enlighten those chakras to get the best out of them. After all, we're all human, we all have a body, and let's make use of it the best we can. Blessings to you all.